which SnowRunner trucks let you fit everything, so you can handle every task and embrace lazy truck driving life. I decided to investigate. In search for the peak lazy truck, I decided to look at the Swiss Army knives of the SnowRunner world. Trucks that vary in ability, but all share one thing in common: the ability to use a crane, flatbed or sideboard bed, and trailer, all at the same time. Now, I did some research into this using the internet, and I found some of it is incorrect, outdated, or perhaps different on Xbox One. So here's my rundown of what can and can't do the job for those who like to simultaneously crane things, carry cargo, and drag trailers behind them. Highway trucks, as I said in my worst trucks video, are not especially useful in SnowRunner because there are so few roads to drive them on, and even if there are any, you never usually stay on them long. Arguably worst of them all is the TRANSTAR 4070A. It's neither capable off-road because of its tyre limitations, nor that enjoyable to drive. And sadly, even though I read it can use a crane, sideboard bed or flatbed and pull a trailer at the same time, that's not the case on Xbox One. So yeah, not the best. This truck could be last place depending on usage. For starters, the Ford CLT 9000 is absolutely not over 9000 in terms of performance. It doesn't even have all-wheel drive or diff lock. Going off-road then is much less efficient, although it does have the option of raised suspension. But I can confirm this American highway truck can fit everything at once, so if you want to make SnowRunner challenging in all but add-ons, this is the one for you. In fairness, it does actually seem to be happier pulling a trailer than not, and it's got a cool interior, so it's not all bad. We're starting to get more usable now, but let's not get carried away. The FREIGHTLINER 114 SD does not have mud tyres, making it the only off-road truck without, but it does have raised suspension and a bigger tyre option, plus engageable all-wheel drive and diff lock. Critics would argue it's underpowered, especially compared with the similar-looking white Western Star 4964. However, unlike that truck, the FREIGHTLINER is yet another example that can fit a crane, cargo bed, and tow a trailer at the same time. At this point, the trucks in this list become preferable to an extent, as opposed to meh. The FLEETSTAR F2070A is actually half decent, especially in the hands of someone who knows how to drive. It's got decent power, all-wheel drive and engageable diff lock, so it pulls well with the off-road gearbox. And as suggested by the internet, it can fit everything at once, including a spare wheel. So if you want an alternative choice with all the utility that's also fast at steering and has a small turning circle, you could do a lot worse. Since being given all-wheel drive, but only if you have the Lake Cove map, as that's where the upgrade lives, the GMC 9500MH has become more popular among the SnowRunner community, although the way it displayed this new add-on offended some people, but anyway. This highway truck is dirt cheap, and with the raised suspension option, off-road tyres of the biggest size, plus all-wheel drive and diff lock on, it can haul things nicely. The handling is pleasant too, although to maximise potential you need to go with the off-road gearbox, and then it's more turtle than hare. Still, the GMC passes the test of being able to use a crane, cargo bed and tow a trailer without sacrificing the spare wheel. So it's got great lazy driver potential, potentially useful then in a Mandra on the armoured car missions. Now we get to the more serious side of this list. Not only is the international PAYSTAR 5070 an off-road truck, it has switchable all-wheel drive and diff lock. Plus it can be raised, although there's no need to beyond ground clearance, as there's only one tyre size and it's 46 inches. Notably, for the first time in this list, you can have mud tyres, get the champagne out. It also has a cabin protector and spare wheel that can be equipped while using the small crane, flatboard or sideboard bed, and still drag a trailer stuffed with things. Given that the PAYSTAR 5070 is powerful and versatile, it makes a lot of sense for moments where you just want to move as much cargo as possible with the least amount of effort. Also, I think it looks cool, but maybe that's just me. And now we come to what I think is the most versatile and capable truck in the game. although it's not so good in a Mandra because rocks. If we could raise it up to alleviate the issue of its cumbersome snout, which was fixed, but it still drags along terra firma from time to time, it would probably be SnowRunner's best truck. 10 wheels, always on all-wheel drive and diff lock, 50-inch tyres including mud variants, low fuel consumption yet a high 350-litre capacity, rear-wheel steering, 2 spare wheels, advanced special transmission that keeps it cruising in all but the harshest terrain. There's little it cannot do. And as I found out when looking for the peak convenience truck, the AZOV 73210 is also in the Fit Everything You Need club. And it's not even the slowest truck in the list. It's also cheap to buy and more satisfying to drive than its red and capable AZOV 64131 sibling. Ignore the occasionally annoying nose and you can bask in the brilliance of a truck that makes you never need anything else. And in a game all about versatility and utility, that makes the 73210 hard to beat. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it somewhat useful. Feel free to discuss any of these trucks in the comments below. Thanks for watching, take care, bye. And now it's time for some of the best recent YouTube comments. The theme today is the Amandra map. Now I've had quite a few comments on my how to unlock the garage or garage, whatever you prefer, in Amandra. Now it seems to be some of you love the map and you're enjoying the challenge, but the other half is less keen. I Can Drive Anything, appropriate name, said I'm liking the hardcoreness of this map. To which Gabor Torth to anyway. It's not hell, it's just ridiculous and no fun at all. All the other maps could find the balance between challenge and fun, but this time the developers just went nuts on purpose. And then Max Power responded, this is pretty much how I feel too. It seems like the developer went out of their way to create a level of difficulty that has nothing to do with technical skills. I do feel like the Amandra map is a nightmare until you've put some time in, especially if some of you have been using chained tires. Pretty much all of my routes through the map use the lake, which you can use mud tires on, or are in snow, and snow operates like mud, so mud tires are king for that. But once you get the garage, and feel free to watch my video, the route is pretty efficient, not too difficult, then the map is a hell of a lot easier, I promise you. I use the AZOV 73210, which is really not great for a map with so many rocks of a decent size, but I was able to save both armored cars. I managed to sneak through the trees, use the crane, stick it on the back, and away I went. I did after that use the P16 to test it out because I'm doing a best trucks for Amandra video. That wasn't so good. The lack of all-wheel drive is annoying on ice, and the turning circle isn't the best, and it doesn't have enough power to get over a lot of the rocks, even if you're using a winch. So P16, not my favorite. But yeah. Mud tires, use the right truck, avoid certain roads, mainly the ones that I didn't mention you should use, and yeah, it's not so bad. James Story said, I've literally just finished the first of the 2 tasks, by which point I had completely lost the will to live, so I gave up. This map is pure evil, and then 3 crying faces. Al Tuck, a bit of a veteran on the channel, said, sorry if this is going to annoy people, but I am liking the difficulty of the map as it makes you really think about the logistics of the job and what vehicles you're going to use to do it. I'm enjoying it, thumbs up from me. Yeah, you've annoyed every... No, I'm joking. Personally, I did want to burn my Xbox, throw my controller out the window, and take a long walk off a short pier on the first day. But, as I said, get the garage, and honestly, the map is more pleasing just to get used to sneaking in between trees. Anyway, once again, take care, bye.